IVM.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Hustle Science. Welcome, Mr. Tejaswin Gumber.
क्या चल रहा है? Sahil Khattar. We actually got him.
Yeah.
First of all, we'll be really grateful that we actually got Sahil Khattar on the show.
Yeah.
Being Indian,
Mr.
Yeah.
Being Indian. One of the most ambitious dudes. Again, he himself said that, it doesn't seem like I'm an ambitious dude, but he is, dude. He's
and you never think that, right?
Yeah. When someone looks at YouTubers, they don't think that itna kaam jata hai, YouTube mein. This guy edits, he does the creative process, he comes on screen, and he's doing things outside of YouTube.
Don't you think people in YouTube in India especially needs people like that?
Yeah.
He will make it big. Like this episode is going to is proof why he'll make it big.
Yeah.
Like he's so clear about his goals.
Yeah.
He's so clear about the whole procedure and about where he came from.
Yeah.
About the traits that are required for what he's doing right now and where he's going to go. So people like him who will make it big, and I'm saying that with confidence, I think YouTube in India requires that.
And
it's going to change the whole perception.
I'll add just this one more nugget of thought. As a YouTuber, I've interacted with a lot of YouTubers, and काफी सारे ना हरामी होते हैं. Like they're not nice people. This guy is one of the genuinely nicest people you'll meet in your life. Not nicest YouTubers,
nicest people,
nicest human beings you'll meet in your life. And I think honestly, that's going to be a factor in his success in the future. He's going to achieve some crazy level of success, and that's how I look at it. That's what I feel. But so are we, because we're the hosts of Hustle Science, and we're learning from these awesome people.
Yeah, we get to meet them directly, man. You all should be jealous.
Really, every episode that we do, I'm learning something new from everyone.
Yeah.
So let's just dive straight into the episode. So much to learn, and we really get deep into what it takes to create one of the biggest YouTube channels in India.
Yeah, let's go.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ranveer, Mr. Tejaswin Gumber, and very importantly, Mr. Road Ka Raja, Sahil
You had to
Khattar.
dig that out from somewhere.
We have an amazing research team.
I'm sure. So hello. This is Sahil Khattar.
So our research showed us that you were Mr. Road Ka Raja while you were in Punjab. While you were 16 years old in Punjab, you had some title of Mr. Road Ka Raja.
No, that's because I used to do OB. I was a रेडियो जॉकी और आउटडोर ब्रॉडकास्ट सारा मैं करता होता था. तो जाकर जितनी खतरनाक बाइट्स है ना, वो मैं ही लेकर आता होता था. कभी मतलब कब्रिस्तान जा रहे हैं, कुछ तो भी हो रहा है, कभी गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेज में जा रहे हैं, वी आर गेटिंग स्कूप आउट ऑफ दैट. सो दैट इज व्हाई आई गेस दैट हैपेंड, एंड दैट इज व्हाट ट्रांसलेटेड टू ऑल द वॉक्स पॉप वीडियोज लेटर. एंड आई एम हैप्पी दैट टर्म finally somewhere or the other exists also.
So which year was this in?
This was in 2007.
Okay.
8.
Okay. And very importantly, how old are you? Like a lot of people want to know
Why do you want to know my age?
This is something we were trying to figure. How old are you?
Well, you should have seen that on Facebook. Oh, we're not friends? I'm 30 right now.
Okay.
Finally just crossed the 30 mark. Good that digital happened. Otherwise, I never would have been a well-settled 30-year-old guy. Even now, I don't feel that I'm well-settled. There are still like miles to go before we sleep. But it's a good day to actually talk to you guys because I just bought my first house in Bombay.
Wow. Congratulations.
Awesome. That's what Hustle Science is about. Okay, so what happened in Punjab? What were you doing in Punjab? Like what was your early life like? Everyone wants to know this.
I started off very young, at the age of 17 as a radio jockey. Before that, I was doing theatre. मैं 11वीं में फेल हो गया था. अब जब फेल हुआ, मेरे को अभी तक नहीं पता है. And because only accounts.
Okay.
मेरे को अभी भी नहीं पता कि डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन, क्रेडिट व्हाट कम्स इन, डेबिट मतलब मैं दर्शील सफारी हूँ उस मामले. So I failed in one exam and they were like, oh, this is such a good school and reputation, so you have to repeat the I was like a ghanta. So I shifted to Punjab board where there was nothing needed. It's one of those, I don't know what is in Maharashtra, वो open board kind of thing होता है ना. And that is when I figured कि चलो ठीक है, for 1 year let me pursue my roller hockey career. So I am in देखा ये रिसर्च में नहीं बता तुम्हें
नहीं था हमारे पास. I told you he was a roller hockey thing. था, but we just thought we wouldn't like bring it up because it won't be important. Yeah. Like, let's.
अच्छा मैं 12 साल अपनी जिंदगी के explore कर चुका हूँ and it's not important.
Like that.
So because of that 1 year of failure, that bronze medal for the Indian team happened in roller hockey, and because of that 1 year of failure, I got into theatre, from which I got into radio, from which I got into hustling on snooker for 2 years, and then television and
that's crazy.
Digital happened later.
Did you ever have this idea that you would be in media at least in some way when you were younger?
So I got the idea when I started doing theatre back in college.
Okay.
कोई तो भी ऑडिशन चल रहे थे. आई वेंट देयर, क्रैक्ड इट, द सीनियर्स लाइक मी, एंड 1-2 साल थिएटर किया, फिर रेडियो आ गया. दैट इज व्हेन आई रियलाइज ब्रो यू आर एटलीस्ट हाफ डिसेंट एट बीइंग अ रेडियो जॉकी. यू कैन एंटरटेन पीपल. At least try this as a career. And when I started radio, I was a novice. I was starting up, right? OB jock से morning show में डाला, morning show से afternoon show में डाला, फिर night time slot में डाला. मैंने 12 से 2 का slot उठाया चंडीगढ़ में.
How old were you at this point?
I was 18 by then.
Okay.
So चंडीगढ़ में 12 से 2 का slot उठाया, and उसके अंदर I started doing a show called Love Guru. Imagine.
So people called and had love issues.
What kind of doubts did they come up with?
Every kind, like oh, my boyfriend only wants to have sex with me, so what should I do?
And what did you tell them?
मेरे साथ तेरे साथ सोई मेरी जुत्ती खानी है. It was very Punjabi, no, you can't help it. But not in a fun space. It was very serious. Also at times I also get shocked कि I used to talk like आप सुन रहे हैं 94.9 पर Love Guru दिल से साहिल से. So it used to be like that, and we used to imbibe characters, and funnily enough रात को 12 से 2 का show, which is in a city that sleeps at 9 p.m. became the number 1 show.
Wow.
And my salary jumped up like thrice in 1.5 years, and I was like, if I can rule the roast in Chandigarh, समुंदर में उतर के देखते हैं ना, which is Bombay. So then shit happened. I could not come to Bombay. Then I gave up everything to take a sabbatical on snooker. I was hustling on it. So hustle science, there is hustle snooker in my career.
Wow.
I was betting here and there, not to do this at home. Please don't try this. मैं बहुत खुददार था, मतलब गाड़ी वाड़ी बेच दी थी, वो सब हो गया था कि अब तो कुछ तो करना है, पता नहीं क्या करना है, पर पहले हसल करते हैं स्नूकर पे. So yeah, that is when radio happened, and तब से मेरे को लगा कि हाँ यार मीडिया में कुछ तो करना है. इवन आई डिडंट नो कि मैं क्रिएटिव में जाऊंगा, मैं राइटिंग में जाऊंगा, मैं एक्टिंग में जाऊंगा, एंकरिंग में जाऊंगा, परफॉर्मिंग में जाऊंगा, या बैक स्टेज में कुछ तो करूंगा, या हो सकता है स्पॉट बॉय बन जाऊंगा. नोबडी न्यू, इवन आई डिडंट नो, बट आई started ticking off all the jobs that I started trying in Bombay once I landed, and once I figured out what my calling was, and once there was an opportunity at being Indian, we just grabbed it by both hands.
How did that start?
Yeah, like, we have gone like super fast right now. We need to like go back thoda. Okay. At the age of 18, you were the biggest, like you had the biggest show in Chandigarh.
Yeah.
So what kind of fame did that give you? What kind of lessons did you imbibe from there that took you forward?
So it was maddening. Also in Chandigarh ना सबके पास बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम है और बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा है वेस्ट करने को. I come from a business family. My dad's business kept us in the वो कौन सा होता है, क्या होता है,
Upper.
नहीं, अपर से लोअर,
Mid cap.
हाँ, मिडिल क्लास बोल गया. So it kept us there, but also it's Chandigarh. The cost of living is very less ना. So पहले तो शोहरत आई, शोहरत के बाद पैसा आया. मतलब मैंने पहली बारी 5 स्टार में जाके बॉक्सर में खाना खाया है, ओनली बिकॉज आई कुड स्पेंड माई ओन मनी. व्हेन वी यूज्ड टू गो आउट इन द कॉलेज, जो उस टाइम पर रोडीज बहुत चलता था, तो रोडीज वालों के साथ ना रोक रोक के सब फोटो लेते होते थे. फिर उसके बाद मेरा होर्डिंग्स लगना शुरू हुआ चंडीगढ़ में, मॉल्स के अंदर और बसों के ऊपर. तो फिर मेरे को लगा मैं नहीं रोडीज करा, मेरे को नहीं करना रोडीज. मैं क्यों गालियां खाऊं 2 घंटों से. So all that kind of fame started happening. I started getting a lot of female attention also because Love Guru na, like they didn't even care I was ugly. They were like, nahi, हाँ ये love guru है. So college में I used to enter and they were like heads turning and they were like proper. कभी-कभी paparazzi moment होता था. कभी-कभी auditorium में if you used to enter तो imagine मेरे college के auditorium में मैं ही जाकर as a one of those famous people from the city entry मार रहा हूँ और गाने गा रहा हूँ, कुछ तो भी कर रहा हूँ and people are going mad. So that kind of
That's awesome.
fame did come. But I did not take it well, which is a lesson for everybody who's listening.
Can you expand on that?
Like, yeah. बहुत हवा खराब हो गई थी मेरी. Like I was on the 7th cloud at 18. You're earning that much money. Probably what a number one radio jockey in a city like Chandigarh would earn. You're spending your own money at 5 stars. Yeah. How will it go down well with you when you have that much of time to be in your head? It's Chandigarh, right? As I explained it to you. तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा अप्स करने लग गया. काम को लेकर बिल्कुल भी नहीं. मेरी पर्सनल लाइफ में घर वालों के साथ, दोस्तों के साथ, बहुत सारी चीज़ें. फिर फाइनली एक काम का ऐसा कप हुआ. आई वाज लाइक नो, आई कांट टेक दिस एनीमोर. आई जस्ट नीड टू लीव दिस एंड मूव टू मुंबई. दैट इज व्हेन आई
That is why you moved to Mumbai? You felt like that I'm up here, so I should go.
Yeah, also it got to my head, no? So I had to stabilize my own self. Ki bro, leave this for a while.
Yeah, you felt like moving to a better thing? Is that what you...
Yes.
But at 18, like, how did you figure that? Like, at 18, I was a dumb... like, if it had gotten my head, I would let it stay there. Not like, chal, I'm going to a better place.
Zindagi ban gayi, bro. Chandigarh, Punjabi, done.
Yeah, I think I was always very overambitious. As an ugly child, na, all we need to do is be accepted with the cooler kids, right? Okay. And probably be accepted with the society, saying, oh no, you can also be a nice guy and get everything you want. Yeah. So I think that is why I was overambitious. That is why I tried and honed my funny side more later on in my career.
Do you think that coming to Bombay actually changed that in your head? Like, did it help?
No, before that. So my dad was suffering from pancreatitis. It could have been fatal, but thank God he came out of it. So cut to number one radio jockey, cut to हाथ जोड़ रहे हैं, please आके room साफ कर दीजिए, to one of the government hospital के sweepers. So that was a stark difference. Yeah. That probably gave me a reality check rather than anything else in life. वो success, failure, वो सब भाड़ में गया. जब मैंने अपने डैड को वहाँ बेड पर पड़ा हुआ देखा तो मेरे को लगा ये सब भाई materialistic है. I literally said to myself, जितना तेरा सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप हुआ है ना दिमाग में हार्डवेयर के साथ साथ वो सब क्रैश करना पड़ेगा, जीरो से बिल्ड करते हैं. So when my dad came out, that is when I started building it from zero.
And when you left radio in Punjab, were you at the top at that point?
Yeah. Wow. Imagine, our show was at 12 to 2. They changed the slot from 12 to 2 to 8 to 12, which was the prime time in Chandigarh. Wow. और वहाँ पर लोगों के शोज में कुछ 200-300 मैसेजेस आते होते थे. हमारे 2 घंटे में कुछ 1000-1200 मैसेजेस आते होते थे यार. Which was weird and which was uncanny, but चंडीगढ़ में बहुत प्यार था. मतलब ऐसा realize
Did people tell you you're making a mistake at that point? Like, did people क्या कर रहा है यार?
With leaving the job?
हाँ.
Yeah. All the people. My parents were totally against this move. मैं झूठ बोल कर आया था चंडीगढ़ से कि मैं बॉम्बे में कुछ तो भी वर्कशॉप करने जा रहा हूँ 2 महीने के लिए, एंड विद लाइक आर्नोल्ड श्वार्ज़नेगर, I'll be back. But I never got back. I kind of made a career out of it.
And this is like 2007, 2008?
No. So this is 2008 के बाद 2009 when I decided to go to Mumbai and put my resignation in my FM Chandigarh, and that is when Dad fell ill, and that is when I realized कि bro मतलब दुनिया कुछ और ही है, ये नहीं हो सकता है. And then was the time that the parents, obviously my dad just came back from a fatal disease. Steve Jobs has given his life because of pancreatitis. So I was very worried. So I could not go to Bombay anymore. So मेरा mindset भी हिल गया because I always thought and knew that I'd never belong to Chandigarh in
Why
one
do you
way.
feel that?
Because my mindset was very off in terms of like my mindset was always of these creative junkies, shorts में रहना, t-shirt में जाना. चंडीगढ़ में लोग जज करते होते थे कि अरे ये तो शॉर्ट्स में आ गया लड़का. मेरे घर वाले मुझे बोलते थे कि तू शॉर्ट्स पहन के क्यों जा रहा है. मैं कहा यार मेरी निक्कर है, मेरी लात है, मैं दिखा दूंगा क्या हो गया.
How did being Indian happen? Because everyone our age knows Sahil Khattar as being Indian.
Yeah, it's synonymous.
That is, and very importantly, for the younger viewers, Being Indian is probably the first Indian YouTube channel I can remember that made it big. In my opinion.
No, so I'll tell you honestly, I think the journey, TVF started the whole journey.
Okay.
From TVF, AIB cashed in, and from AIB, Being Indian picked up.
Okay.
At that time, Being Indian started.
But Being Indian is always synonymous with you.
Yeah.
And like a single personality channel. This is what I remember. You're the first YouTuber I remember in India.
Agreed.
And the types of videos you create, they aren't sketches. They are.
They were more observational.
Yeah.
So. Being Indian belongs to a company called Culture Machine. Culture Machine contacted me because one of my friends was the CD over there.
Okay.
He said, bro, at that time also I had no work. मतलब वो mid करियर ब्रेक चल रहा था कि समझ में नहीं आ रहा था क्या करना है. मैं एक फिल्म करके आया था जो बहुत ही घटिया डायरेक्टर ने डायरेक्ट करी थी. मतलब उसके लिए एब्स बना के गया था मैं. वो वाला सीन था और मेरे को रियलाइज हुआ सब मेहनत पानी में गई. डायलॉग्स इतने गंदे थे, मैंने रीराइट किए. वो सब करने के बाद भी वो जब फिल्म करके वापस आया तो मेरे को रियलाइज हुआ यार ये तो गलत ब्रेक ले लिया. फिल्म का भी कुछ नहीं होगा और काम का भी कुछ नहीं होगा. सो दैट इज व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड राइटिंग फॉर टेलीविजन.
ओके.
नॉन फिक्शन शोज, द बिग वंस. कहीं से तो भी मौका मिला, मैंने बोला हाँ यार
Are you allowed to mention
कुछ तो करना है.
which show you
Raw Star.
Okay, wow.
It was on Star Plus. So
that's Honey Singh, no?
Yeah. मेरी वजह से बीमार हुआ वो. No, I mean he's a fantastic guy. We could see the transition happening. I felt really bad because we used to chill a lot. He's a Punjabi, I'm a Punjabi. I used to write the show. He used to trip with us. मेरे तो लगा मेरा singing career launch हो जाएगा हमारे साथ. पर ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ. So at that time also when we were जब काम नहीं था तो then the creative director called me saying, bro, we need like your kind of energy. ये वो फलाना ढमकाना. Can you come and meet us? I'm like, yeah, why not? I went there and met them and they're like, हाँ ठीक है ये काम शुरू करते हैं. मैंने कहा हाँ करते हैं. कब से करना है? कहता परसों चौथ शूट है. मैं कहा चलो. तो रोड पे हम माइक लेके उतर गए. So that is how Being Indian happened to me.
Who conceptualized this idea कि we'll go out to the roads and we'll talk to people?
It's an age old format. Vox Pop.
Okay.
मतलब
and that was always the plan.
पहले मोहन कपूर, रोशन अब्बास, साइरस ब्रोचा, साइरस साहूकार ये सब करते होते थे. सो उसके बाद अब हमने क्या किया, हमने बस उसको सुपर स्लिक बना दिया. हमने उसको जंप कट फ्रेंडली बना दिया, डिजिटल फ्रेंडली बना दिया. डायलॉग्स में से स्टोरी निकाली, एक्सप्रेशंस में से स्टोरी निकाली.
The topics are the soul of Being Indian.
Yeah. I really think no. The edit is the soul of Being Indian.
Okay.
Edit, why? Because there is a story arc to every Vox Pop. You guys won't realize it. You're watching it. But a lot many times what happens is there are two very funny jokes. And we separate it by not less than 15 to 20 seconds because we know the viewer is laughing on the first joke. So put a normal bite here and then go on to the other one.
The beauty of editing is when you don't realize as a viewer.
Yeah. So that is what I think makes all the Vox Pops.
Do you edit the videos?
Most of the times I used to, not anymore. Abhi kuch 4-5 महीने से there has been a lot of other things that are happening and so I can't go there every time and edit and sit on it. But I do somewhere or the other review it at times, that too. Now the creative director has also changed. The whole setup has changed. So I think it was high time for me to also take a back seat and do something else with that.
Did you get क्या बोलते हैं, recoil or whatever? Like did people react badly when you stopped coming that often on screen? Or they were like comment threads saying we want Sahil back, we will break your office. If you don't do this, you will do that. We want him back. आओ आंदोलन करें, let's do a candle march. मैं कहा इतना मतलब I never realized it because I'm living in my head, right? And anyways I don't remember it. I always used to acknowledge it. So but when I went through all those comments and we took a break in the middle last year and took a break this year as well for 2 months each, we were like, bro, we should not have done it. But at times we came back. We came back with a better stride. We came back with better content. We came back with a different slice of life formula to the edit. We treated it a little differently whenever we came back. And that has worked wonders for us. And when you were starting out Being Indian, was there any target ki you want to become a 1 million sub YouTuber?
No, I started Being Indian because Papi Pet ka sawal. I started doing the shoots only because I wanted some screen presence. And I wanted some money for it. That is how I started. But I never knew that I could probably be called the road ka raja when I start that. And I never knew that itna spontaneity andar se nikal ke aayega.
So we are going to talk about spontaneity, confidence, wit and what Sahil Khattar from Being Indian is known for. But we're going to take a break right now.
Shunyavan A $1 billion acquisition. Another copycat startup got formed.
No, the tech world in India is surely moving double the speed of this voiceover.
Tune in to Shunya One every Tuesday to catch us talking to the smartest people we know on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
What's up, guys? We're back at Hustle Science, and we were talking about things that make Sahil unique. Things like his confidence, his energy, his spontaneity.
And inverted hair growth.
So let's get back to that.
But there, what I honestly feel is that there's a little bit more than that also. That defines being Indian. But Sahil also works on the edits. He works on the creative process.
Yeah. He's involved in the whole procedure, right?
Yeah. So
I mean, guys, humbly saying one-stop shop.
Pretty much. But that's what defines a good YouTuber.
Yeah, but you know what? Everyone who sees you online would think of you as someone who just comes on screen. Like at least for the whole thing, like they would not know that you're even involved in कि भाई ये part मत डालो, like sitting and understanding.
यही ना लोग नहीं समझते, and it's great that you brought that point out. जो दिखता है ना उसके पीछे के 100 और काम होते हैं. A lot many times हमारे लिए बहुत आसान है कहना पिक्चर बहुत घटिया है, ये वीडियो बहुत घटिया है, पर उसके पीछे कितने घर चल रहे हैं और कितने लोग काम कर रहे हैं. Nobody takes even or bats an eyelid for the fact कि उन्होंने भी कुछ तो मेहनत करी है. लाइट वाले ने लाइट तो लगाई होगी ना, मेकअप वाले ने मेकअप तो किया होगा, स्पॉट बॉय तो भागा होगा ना चाय लेने. चाहे हमारे से गलती हुई, हमने क्रिएटिव प्रोसेस अच्छे से चूज नहीं किया, घटिया स्केच बना दिया या गलत वीडियो डाल दिया, अच्छे से एडिट नहीं करी. सो आई ऑलवेज समवेयर और द अदर, even if it's bad, I give respect to that fact for sure कि पीछे जितना काम हुआ है वो देखो.
Correct. I want to talk about like you specifically on screen. I told you in this before this conversation also that it's scary talking to you sometimes.
Why?
Because your brain works at a really fast pace in conversation, and that comes out on screen also. Like a lot of times when I'm sure you notice this also. A lot of people, when they're giving you interviews, you have a joke like immediately, and then they take a minute. They're like, shit, how did he get that joke? Like,
it's pure wit, and I think it comes through years of being able to talk on the road with people of all walks. Like you might be meeting the weirdest of people on the road. And you talk to people from all backgrounds. Like you would go everywhere and you would have the same conversations and you would give replies depending on whom you're talking to. So you need to be on your toes for that. And I think that must have...
On the YouTube, on like Beer Biceps, we teach like confidence and all that. And a lot of doubts I get mainly in the comment section is that how do you build confidence and wit? I think they shouldn't be asking me this. They should be asking Mr. Sahil Khattar.
Let's get the answers.
No, this is like, it's not an easy skill. Firstly, talking to random people. Secondly, it's not an easy skill being funny in those conversations and creating content at the same time. When I'm creating content, I'm in my house. There's a camera. Everything is in place. It's all controlled. This is an open environment. You're creating content from scratch. You're not going in with a script or anything. Those are your jokes that you're cracking on the spot, and they're doing well.
And they get like millions of views. For that, it's basically your wit that's getting that.
What does that take? Like, is it a skill you build over time? Is it something that's naturally there inside you because of your Punjabi heritage? Or no. What is it?
So it's like every other skill. आपको कोई भी लकड़ का पीस दिया जाता है. You want a fine piece of furniture out of it. आप उस पे sandpaper मारते हैं, रंदा मारते हैं. You hone it, you treat it as your own, and that is where the great piece of furniture is built, put together, and वो घर सजाता है. That is exactly with all the talents out there. आज अगर मैं एक अच्छा जोक सोचकर अपनी mental memory में याद कर जब 2 महीने बाद टाइम आया नहीं मारा तो मेरे पे लानत है. That is what planned spontaneity is. Like right now, probably I will observe something or the other from you guys. In my head, I will make a joke. Tomorrow, if the same situation occurs, I will crack it that very second. A lot many times that happens. A lot many times आपके पुरानी observations जो आप रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में देख रहे होते हैं लोगों की, कैसे बैठते हैं, कैसे उठते हैं, कैसे बात करते हैं. आज अंकल देखे मैंने ऐसे बात कर रहे थे. सारी बातें ऐसा ऊपर से किसी ने चुंडी लगाया हुआ है, होठों को नीचे से किसी ने चुंडी लगाया हुआ है. अब मैं सोच रहा हूँ ऐसा कैरेक्टर बनाना चाहिए. So all these observations that you see from day to day, वो सारी चीजें जो दिमाग में चलती हैं ना, वो आपको याद रखनी होती हैं सबकॉन्शियसली. If you see acting is not a conscious mind's medium. Acting is a subconscious mind's medium. आप जितनी भी लाइंस डिलीवर करते हैं ना, ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ द एक्टर्स, वो सबकॉन्शियस से आती है. इफ दे आर कॉन्शियस तो दिख जाता है ना कि एक्टिंग कर रहे हैं. द आइडिया इज टू बी. सो ये सारी चीजें हमारे सबकॉन्शियस में रहती हैं. व्हेन इट कम्स टू ऑल दीज जोक्स, बहुत सारे अच्छा कंटेंट हम ऑब्जर्व करते हैं और खुद कंज्यूम करते हैं. जब तक हम अच्छा कंटेंट ऑब्जर्व और कंज्यूम नहीं करेंगे तो चर्न आउट कैसे करेंगे? सो इट्स लाइक वन ऑफ दोस फैक्ट्री सिस्टम्स.
So one minute, when you're shooting, this subconscious factor is in play completely? Ki like,
No, so 100%.
what is going on in your head when the camera is on for being in interviews on the road?
My head is only in that conversation. My head is in finding out the great personalities that are going to be on my Vox Pop video. A lot many times एक Carter Blue का बटला शाहरुख है तो वो आता है and he is high energy, he is frivolous. वो कभी भी मिल जाता है ना, मेरे को पता है क्या मेरे को इससे अप कराना है, मैं उसके पास चला जाऊंगा. कभी कभी I want a good intelligent perspective, so we will look at a collared t-shirt guy with a tucked in t-shirt and brown pants and those English boots.
मतलब थोड़ा judgmental बनना पड़ता है.
सबकॉन्शियसली बनना पड़ता है. सो वी नो कि हमें ये कंटेंट नहीं मिला है, अब ऐसा कंटेंट ढूंढते हैं और ऐसे लोगों के पास जाते हैं. सो ये सब दिमाग में चल रहा होता है. व्हेन द कन्वर्सेशन इज हैपनिंग तो ये चल रहा होता है, अच्छा मैं क्या बोलूंगा. और वो मैं क्या बोलूंगा ना, वो मेरे को आधा टाइम आपके आधे सेंटेंस में प्रिडिक्ट करना पड़ता है कि आप खत्म किस पे करने वाले हो. इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ NLP, न्यूरो लिंग्विस्टिक प्रोग्रामिंग. मैं आपसे बात करूंगा तो 5 मिनट के अंदर प्रोबेबली आई विल मेक यू रिपीट द वर्ड्स दैट आई वाज सेइंग.
Okay.
That is what neuro-linguistic programming is all about. It's basically jadoo, but with communication.
Okay. 1 minute. No one ever thinks of this when they watch a Being Indian video. What man? Expand on this, please. क्या चल रहा है?
Being Indian 5 years later, the hypnosis through the screen.
What is this? Please expand. Please expand.
So basically, this theory says there are books on it. It says that you can actually make somebody do what you want them to do by just talking to them. A lot of mind readers, those guys who blow your mind with, I will guess your password, mentalists, they use NLP. A lot many times they show you a red color thing and then they come back to some digit and do that. That is all a part of...
Can you give an example of like a situation where you use this concept in an interview?
So many times यार, when we ask, very simple, मेरे को सवाल ये करना कि आपके पाकिस्तान के बारे में क्या ख्याल है, तो वो जवाब हिंदी में ही देगा ना मुझे. वैसे hey bro, what do you think about Pakistan? वो इंग्लिश में जवाब देगा. One example of this. Another example is if you want a certain answer. Supposedly, sex is a taboo in India. Now I want them to say कि नहीं society की वजह से ये सब है. Right? I won't say कि sex is why is sex a taboo in India? No, because I want that correct answer of society. I will include that in the question. Okay. Why is sex a taboo in India? Do you think the society bars everybody from talking about sex? And then they say, yeah, the society is like that, society is like this, and aisa hota, waisa hota.
You are setting their perspectives basically.
Exactly. In some way or the other. Not that that happens most of the times, but specific जगहों पर ये use करनी पड़ती है. It's like how Andre Agassi once said कि he was playing this top-notch Bjorn Borg, and he figured out a way कि जब Bjorn Borg serve करता था, अगर वो सेंटर में सर्व करने वाला है तो टंग राइट में जाता था, अगर वो राइट में सर्व करने वाला है तो लेफ्ट में जाता था. तो the idea was for him to not guess it every time. The idea was to pick a point where he needs to guess that. So it's exactly that with our strategy as well.
For me, what you're saying is kind of a sign that you're a little, in a good way, that you're a little bit obsessed with creating good content. You're going to that depth. And this is something I understand as a YouTuber. But my YouTube content is extremely different from what you do. And I am extremely obsessed with my content. Like, we care a lot about videography, kaun se angle se, beautify things. That is my obsession. So, are you someone who's obsessed while you're creating content? Like, is that like your life in those 1-2 hours that you're recording on the road?
Yeah, totally. But we don't really think about what the frame's going to look at, because we know for a fact our story is people. Our story is me connecting with people. Our story is the bigger topic that we are trying to cover, whether it's Pakistan, whether it's eve teasing, whether it's cleavage, whether it's penis sizes, whether it's anything else. That is our focus. So we don't really think about, at times we don't even think about audio, because the visual is so beautiful. Like I'm just probably following somebody and just copying him or her, just for sake, and it looks really funny. So we don't even care about all those things. थोड़ा सा out of focus भी आया चलेगा.
But what is the obsession on being Indian? Like, what do you all get like how I said, okay, for me it's like I'm doing a fashion YouTuber, so I'll show the shoe ka jo bhi texture and all that. Yeah. What is the obsession for you? What depth do you go to? One is this thing.
I
you
think
mentioned.
laughs per second.
Okay,
that is my obsession. When I want to create a Vox Pop video or I want to write a sketch, I want a baseline, punchline, baseline, punchline, baseline, punchline, baseline, punchline. If I can't deliver it, mere pe thu hai. I want to be that guy who would make people laugh that much. Also because internet is in a very nascent space in India right now. The only two things that work is humor and shock. Guess what? Humor is also shock, but in a funny way. So that is why I want laughs out of most of the content, and I obsess about. At times, thank God, there have been not many times where I'm just trying to be funny. It comes out naturally, but there are times when you just try to reach to a point where you're naturally funny.
The first time I ever met you on to the Fan Fest, which was 2 years back, you told me one very interesting thing. I don't know if you remember this, but that stayed with me forever. That changed my perspective as a YouTuber. And because this is something that not a lot of people think of from the outside. YouTubers know this. You said that TV and YouTube are two extremely different things. Because TV needs to appeal to everyone, and YouTube just need to appeal to some people, and then they like whatever you want.
So no, one person. YouTube is one person. You pick that one person, you exactly know, इसका नाम अमित है, इसका नाम सहेली है, ये स्कूल में पढ़ती होगी, इतना इंग्लिश बोलती होगी, इतना हिंदी बोलती होगी, ये खाती होगी, ये पीती होगी, और ये अमित ऐसा करता होगा. Like how all the brands have their own specimen models, no? कि इसको बेचना है हमने. So that is what it was all about.
So in being Indian, what do you think? Like you said that editing is the soul of it, but what other factors? One is you, that I can tell you for sure. But what are the other factors like that you think?
There are 3 check boxes when we go out and churn content at being Indian. One is it observational? Is it quirky? Is it Indian?
Okay.
That's it. If we are looking inwards by inwards I mean looking at Punjabis in the country, looking at Gujaratis in the country and making a sketch, looking at Marathis, looking at Biharis, then it has to be observational and quirky, and yes, it is Indian, right? So all the 3 check boxes are done, but there are times when एक या 2 missing होते हैं, तो वो हम वीडियो करते ही नहीं है. So those are our basics and we always follow that. Yes, right now it just sounds like science, but it's not. No, I think you guys are just making me. मैं बड़ी देर से मतलब बड़ी देर से मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है प्रोफेसर खा चुके हैं and yeah विरुद्ध मुद्दे कुछ तो बकवास करेंगे और सब IIT में जाएंगे YouTube के, but ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला.
No, but this is what I love about this show also, that only YouTubers understand that all this goes on behind the scenes. This is all in your brain. Not to me being Indian viewers would have thought of all this.
किसी को मतलब मैं खुद नहीं realize करता हूँ कि NLP when I started studying it वो इतना काम आएगी. Somebody told me, bro, why don't you try this? Just give it a read. And I started reading it and I started applying it. It works magic. मतलब वो जो एक content है, content के नीचे execution का layer है, execution के नीचे editing ये वो सबका layer है, पर बीच में core में NLP है, bro. Who knew? Who knew some kind of weird funda would become a rage in a country because somebody followed that and we made Vox Pop videos out of it.
ऐसे और कुछ concepts are there, like things like NLP, which you can actually learn from books and you can like make a trait for yourself, like
and
NLP.
Apply it in business.
For your own spontaneity, for your own confidence.
Yeah, so I'm very selfish and I'm very lazy. Sorry, मेरे जो काम का होता है ना मैं वो पढ़ लेता हूँ. मेरे को नहीं लगता कि NLP के अलावा और कुछ नहीं है. Obviously, how to write comedy, how to execute comedy, on the job training, on the job learning. जब आप दूसरे एक्टर्स को कुछ करते हुए देखते हो, you like it, you try and imbibe it in your own style.
Anything that helped you with your confidence and spontaneity? And wit, probably.
Watching a lot of good content only did. I would love to admit and be judged at, because also at times we tried giving a but we could not. I don't read. I don't read that much.
Up top.
I mean, it's okay if we don't read. I don't think कि मैं 5वीं fail जैसा बात कर रहा हूँ एक घंटे से. So I watch a lot of good content. There are times when I struggle with reading. I try and read, but I can't.
Because you're too high energy.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because that happens to me as well.
Yeah.
I just want to add one more thing. I was having this conversation with Gumber recently. So we were brought up at a time, and I'm sure you went through the same thing. Our parents, like at least my parents, my full family is full of readers, and they used to always tell me as a kid that because you don't read, it's a very bad thing. बहुत गलत बात है. And as I grew up, I realized that their point of saying that was that you're missing out on all the knowledge. But we're living in an age where there are other portals of knowledge. That's
like
what
there
I
are
genuinely...
apps for like theorems. They give you like math tutorials on apps. So I'm not saying ke reading करना नहीं चाहिए या I'm totally okay with not reading. No, I'm not okay with not reading, to be honest. I also want to sound like Shah Rukh Khan and probably do TED Talks on that level where the whole world watches me and quotes me and make videos out of it. But in the end, this is what my focus is all about. मेरा focus उतना ही है. Attention problem है in terms of words. अगर मैं पढ़ता रहूँगा तो मेरे से the only guy I could go through with probably half a book was Charles Bukowski. Also because he's really damn funny. And you learn so much while you're reading, and he has great one-liners. So ये one-liners भी we pick up from other places, make them our own. कभी English में सुन लिया तो उसको हिंदी बना के कहीं तो भी छिप दिया, कहीं ऐसा हो गया वैसा हो गया. Obviously most of it is fresh, but
from someone who isn't a big reader like yourself.
But sorry, did I answer your question? No.
About
the
more knowledge.
No.
The answer is there's no the book.
No. Basically, I'll tell you. I watched a lot of good content, and I've been watching a lot of good content. Till the time we don't watch some, we won't create some. That's what good content is all about.
What kind of what channels do you watch? Or
SNL, Letterman, Jay Leno when he was at his peak. Jimmy Fallon is a buffoon, so I don't watch him. I don't find him funny at all.
Do you like Jimmy Kimmel?
I agree.
Yeah, because
Jimmy Fallon, I don't like him either.
Dude, they are packaging Jimmy Fallon with all these kind of segments and games. Can they at least have somebody who's sharp enough? Even get Seth Meyers, it's okay. Even if he's not as funny as half of Jimmy Kimmel.
Can I recommend someone whom I think you'll love? This guy's name is Craig Ferguson.
Oh, okay.
He's what he does is he starts a show and he tears his cards off. It's completely improv.
Are you serious?
And he gets Miranda Kerr, he gets Scarlett Johansson, and he starts flirting with them.
Oh yeah. I've seen that guy. Very lately, he's come up on the YouTube circuit and everything.
And he's so good. Like you can learn his.
Really good.
I think he's the most confident guy on TV.
But Kimmel takes the cake. So
for me, it's Conan O'Brien.
Conan has his own style of humor. So all these SNL ho gaya, Sacha Baron Cohen, all his films, Seth Rogen. And Evan Goldberg, all their films. So that is where Adam Sandler, when he was at his peak, not right now. I don't know what is he up to right now. But all these guys are my inspiration for good content. Many times I take my inspiration from Kapil Sharma show because inspiration comes from everywhere and every corner that you can drive it from. They do at times some decent jobs and they crack really good jokes at times, and I try and get inspired from that. So a lot of it is from around.
Do you want to host a show like that at some point, a talk show? Is that like a dream for you somewhere?
Yeah, in the middle we were about to do the Khattarnak show twice or thrice. But that did not happen for some reason. I don't know why. Obviously, a lot of other factors are connected to when you really want to create a show, and which is not going to be one of your normal shows. It's going to be your dream show. It is my dream show to do a Kimmel kind of a setup. I don't know, today, tomorrow, whenever. I did not want to give away my dream for cheap at times. I did not want to sacrifice the creatives at times. I did not want to sacrifice the setup at times. So that is why it came up, went down. But that is your aim there on the cards. Like if you give me a film and you give me that show, I would actually take that show and not take that film.
Is the aim to do it on TV or digital?
Anywhere.
Okay.
As a content person, I'm friendly with both the mediums. I've written for television so much that I have this only from the television writing money. I'm actually telling you. It's so bechu that what I wrote, sometimes it was really good as well. So wo balance tha. Digital pay, because naturally I was like that. Naturally I wanted to talk to everybody as a friend, not treat them as anybody else. Also people opened up to us because we never went up to them with that air of one notch higher, saying ke, oh, we are smarter than you. No, we went like one notch lower. We are not smarter than you. We are little dumber than you. It's okay. Now you can open up. Yes, we can open up. That is how people treat us.
Can you talk about like few experiences you had on the road? Like weird. Have people gotten pissed off at your jokes? Like, hey man, why'd you say that?
Funnily enough, nobody has ever gotten pissed off, touch wood. Why? Because we come from that tonality. Our tonality is ke main Our tonality is not ke aap log या वो या कोई और The tonality is कि मैं मेरे को ट्रिप करना है, बताओ कैसे मिलेंगे. That is the idea. There are times when I can't even believe myself. I got away with saying this to a black guy. When it comes to penis sizes, what about you people?
Hey, I remember this. Did you put this on screen?
It was in Bengaluru on penis sizes. That is the most racist thing that anybody can. And he's just like, so that is
out of Jamaica.
That is obviously he was from Congo. The man was just for the generic. I was just generalizing. So that tonality is the charm.
Yeah,
I think, and nothing else.
Yeah,
cool.
So also with being Indian, are we going to get to see you more, you doing these interviews even more now? What's the scene with that? Are you going to continue?
Yeah. Being Indian is my home, yaar. How can I not do more of it? Today, tomorrow, day after, till the time I don't open my shop, I'm going to do this come what.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll be ready to open my shop, but for right now, being Indian is my home. I'm there to stay. We do take breaks, but that doesn't mean you guys break up with us. Please keep watching Being Indian videos.
Okay, also speaking about being Indian, YouTubing, careers, we ask this to everyone. Just very fast, what is the business model of being Indian? How does being Indian make money? And is there good money to be earned on YouTube? And this is advice to a college student who's considering starting a YouTube channel or an unconventional career, just generally.
See, so YouTube, when it comes to making money, you can only make money if you're really, really popular, if numbers are really backing you. Only from YouTube at AdSense. वो जो ads चलते हैं ना, skippable, non-skippable, उन सब से. या side में एक कुछ तो भी JPEG सा लगाता है कि ये हमारे brand का cold drink पियो. वो वाला.
What is a good number on YouTube according to you in India today? Subscribers?
1 million a video.
Okay.
I'm talking about hits per video. I'm not talking about subscribers. Subscribers कितने भी हो, कई लोग बहुत ज़्यादा views करते हैं. They're not even compared to that kind of thing. So, but one tip that everybody should have who wants to make a big startup out of their own digital platform, not as in a pure YouTube channel like how probably you have, is that money will only come from commercializing it. We have to be corporate bitches at some level or the other.
Yeah.
So it is not bad to sell yourself. Also, stay away from a lot of clickbait options that we all go for. Many times, if you've seen, there are a lot of Vox Pop videos now coming up on YouTube. Everybody is talking about.
You want to get to that as well.
Yeah. I got fried one day when I opened a thread and everything was like ass, see,
and they get
sleep with
views
boys,
like
girls.
anything.
But tell me, have you ever seen a brand integration?
No, yeah.
Exactly. So if you really want to make your brand friendly with other brands and do good business with it, please be as diverse as not just talking about sex, also talk about something else. Obviously, our heads will go in the direction of sex, but the idea is not to totally stay away from it. It's great, gali do, ye karo, wo karo, but also make your brand a little more, I don't know how to say it, user-friendly. That's what I'll
tell you what a smart person once told me, especially about YouTubing. They were like, when you're making any brand, give it a very noble image.
Yeah.
Because everyone looks up to nobility. That's when sponsors will also look up to you.
Exactly.
In saying that, I want to ask you, being Indian, what factors have worked in that way? Because it's a commercially successful channel.
Yeah. It's one of the only commercially successful channels.
So what has worked?
What's the business model when it comes to being Indian?
See, so there is no business model. Yes, we do get money from YouTube hits. Yes, we do get money from AdSense. But mostly money comes from brand integrations.
Yeah, of course.
मतलब बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि कोई अगर YouTube वीडियो के नीचे कमेंट करे, साहिल तो बिक गया है ब्रो. पर उसको पता नहीं है कि मेरा घर चल रहा है.
Yeah, exactly.
So many times we do feel bad that there is a brand that is integrated, but most of the money comes from that itself. Unless you're as big as one of the biggest YouTubers on this earth, like PewDiePie, like Superwoman, like a couple of Jasrin. I love Jasrin. So all those guys. Unless you're as big as that, then you don't need to do any brand integration. You create your content, you be confident, you go ahead, do whatever you want to do, you will get the hits. If your content is unique in any way possible, and I will urge everybody who thinks they can do something on YouTube to just do it. Internet, when it comes to content, is like Nike. You just do it. You don't wait for it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hit and trial. Today you do it, you fail. Tomorrow you do it better. That's it. So please do it. It's not about earning money from day one. Money अपने आप झक मार के पीछे आएगी. Excellence के पीछे भागो. Excellence. Yeah.
So if you don't mind me asking, how often would you sponsor someone? Like how often would you get a brand on your channel? Like how often, like for example, Being Indian would be approached all the time by brands, I'm sure. Like you must be like getting spammed in your inbox by thousands of brands. How often would you actually go ahead and say, yes, fine, this video I'll go ahead and put a brand, or is it going to be in every video?
We look at programming a lot many times, and a lot many times it's also what the company wants to do, which is Culture Machine. It's their call most of the times.
Okay.
When we used to have a lot of decisions in our hands, we actually kept it very, very non-brand friendly, because that's what cool is all about right now. Like 3 वीडियो अगर normal होगी तो चौथा brand का डाल सकते हैं. फिर 2 वीडियो normal होगी फिर चाहे एक डाल दो. So we actually took it upon us कि हमने user को ना इतना ज़्यादा brand नहीं खिलाना है. We want still the channel to be cool. We want it to be happy. We want it to have the jester feeling that I carry. And that is how we went ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, a very, very nice question. Okay.
खुद ही
बस अब बैठ के लिख रहे क्वेश्चन. अरे क्या
Okay. So let's get away from commercials on YouTube and let's talk about other factors. And again, this is something I want to talk about a lot, because I have a lot of blogger friends, like individuals who are running personality-based YouTube channels, who have given up purely because of YouTube hate. I want to ask you firstly, does YouTube hate, has it affected you at any point?
No, never. Has hate ever affected me? No. As a kid also, when I was not the popular guy, I used to go for quizzing, sports, singing, choir singing, declamation, debates, plays, just because I was like, अच्छा, मैं as a look काम नहीं कर रहा ना, मैं as a personality शायद काम कर जाऊँ. So there are a lot of people who will shell hate on you. The idea is not to give a f*** about it. अपनी जेब चेक करने का, पूछने का, do I have a f***? No, छुट्टा नहीं है, भाग जाओ. So that is what it's all about. If you get hate mails, if you get hate comments, in a weird way, I'm just saying this to motivate you. It's still attention.
Yeah. Any kind of publicity it's a version of that.
A bad example, look at KRK. A bad example, look at Rakhi Sawant. Even a worse example, क्या था, बोल आंटी आऊं क्या, घंटी में बजाऊं क्या, सौंठ में लगाऊं. You guys haven't heard it.
You went 3 lines in and like,
are you serious? I need to make you listen to this. Wait, you're missing on the world.
Humans of Jhasa.
No, bro, you're missing out on world. क्या कर रहे हो? I'm like educating you on what's going viral.
Oh fuck, I know this.
मैं बजाऊंगा, सौंठ में लगाऊंगा, बोल आंटी आऊंगा, घंटी में बजाऊंगा, सौंठ में लगाऊंगा. So even this guy, I'm sure he gets a lot of hate, but he won't stop because this went so big for him. The idea is to just keep on moving. You can't help it.
When someone emails you with a hate note, I mean, if they have the time to email you,
it means you read someone in life. He's worth your time.
Yeah, like शुरुआत में कितना आता था कि टकला ऐसा हो गया, टकला वैसा हो गया, like malnutrition रणवीर सिंह. अब तो मैं जिम भी जाना शुरू कर दिया. Oh shit! सस्ता कटप्पा, ऐसा लग रहा है कटप्पा को जॉन्डिस हो गया है. और पता नहीं क्या क्या बोलते होते थे. And a lot many people just said टकला हो गया. Once I actually went from my own YouTube username, which is my name, and I asked, अच्छा ठीक है, तो मैं अपने आप को कैसे करूं? उसके बाद जब मैंने उस बंदे को स्पॉट में डाला ना, he flipped. He was like, no bro, I was just saying because ऐसा होता है, ऐसा होता है, ऐसा होता है. और उस पूरे सेंटेंस में एक भी गाली नहीं थी. So sometimes when you just spin the table ना and ask के, चल ठीक है, मैं हूं ना, मुझे बता मैं कैसे ठीक होऊंगा, प्लीज बता दे यार. They are like stuck, like ये तो हमने सोचा ही नहीं था.
reply आगा भी मुझे.
अब क्या करोगे? So a lot many times you have to deal with hate like that. I think the idea is most of the times to not deal with hate. Just ignore it. Put it in the spam box. Don't even remember it. Don't even acknowledge it.
But the flip side of hate is fame. We'll talk about that after the break.
Hi, I'm Amit Verma, the host of the weekly podcast The Seen and the Unseen. In my show, I examine the seen effects and the unintended consequences of public policy and private action. I show how policies meant to help the poor often end up hurting the poor, I show how good intentions can lead to bad outcomes. I've had guests like Jayaprakash Narayan, Shruti Rajgopalan, Alex Tabarrok, Shikha Dalmia and Vivek Kaul on this show. And we've covered subjects from politics, economics, foreign policy to even parenting.
Catch the show every Monday on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you prefer. Or visit seenunseen.in for all the latest updates.
And we're back. So, we spoke about hate. We got to talk about fame. In the last 2 years, whichever YouTubers I've spoken to, they've all said that their fame has increased exponentially, suddenly. All of a sudden, YouTube has just gone to some new level of popularity, generally. Have you sensed this? And is your popularity more than it was while you were in Chandigarh also?
I've made a career out of it. I mean, how better can it get? It can't get better than this. We all as YouTubers, I think I speak for everybody who's on YouTube and is a little successful. We thank everybody in the Indian demographic to warm up to us, to accept us with open arms, to love us the way we are, because we are very retarded. All of us are not the great guys that everybody thinks us to be. We all have our... somewhere or the other, we have our fads as well as shams. So I'm happy that they accepted us. But the fame has risen up to another level, yes. Earlier, we used to walk into a bar and we used to buy our own beer. Now, at times when we walk into a bar, we are treated like that hot girl who's standing by the bar. And then there are like shots sent and we look at those mota uncles with chains. Mota uncles with chains haven't changed. And they look at you and go like, cheers. अंकल तुझे मेरे से क्या मिलेगा? So all of that I've learned how to pose in pictures. I was earlier. Now with practice, I know कि कैमरा इधर है तो सर इधर टिल्ट करना है, कैमरा इधर है तो इधर टिल्ट करना है, वहाँ ऐसे करना है और हार्टी स्माइल देनी है. नहीं तो ऐसा सेक्सी आइज मेरा थिंग नहीं है. I don't like David Hasselhoff running on the beach with those sexy eyes. नहीं, मेरा वाला वो नॉर्मल वाला सीन है, heartfelt. So this is what I have learned from all the fame.
Also, speaking about fame, this is just going to increase. That's what I'm sure of.
I'm hoping.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? And a lot of people say, "Arey, I don't even think of tomorrow, yeah."
Ghanta. But I will be an actor, producer, writer in films.
Okay. Films is the end goal?
Yes, has to be. We've all grown up watching films. If not today, tomorrow, I will go ahead and do a lot of films. Today, I'm going step by step right now. It's great that how, as I earlier said, everybody's warming up to digital talent. Now the lines are getting blurred. Digital talent is taken up on television. I've done a lot of television in the last 1 year. Everybody else is doing a lot of television. Some of the people have done films, really bad choices, but films. So all those things have started happening.
Have you already set foot in something in that direction?
In which direction?
In films.
No, a lot of films come up to me, but there's not anything particular I would love to jump onto and then hump onto. There have been really good opportunities at times, but I'd have to take a stand and say, no bro, this is just not me. Like, I would give an arm and a limb if I wasn't a YouTuber and I wasn't in the public eye already for something like that. But now it's the time that we position ourselves better rather than picking and choosing everything that comes in our way. Okay. I think that's what it's all about.
What do you mean by positioning? Like what do you like?
Taking the right step.
Be selective.
Okay. If Ranveer Kapoor would not have rejected Band Baja Barat, Ranveer Singh would not have existed, right? And it was a hit.
Yeah.
So if he would have taken the right step and taken that film on board, he would have been on another level and he would not have no competition. So all these kind of positioning decisions, what film to pick, what not to pick, what project to anchor, what not to anchor.
But then how do you decide that? A lot of that is luck, right? In the end.
No. So a lot of it later on becomes science.
Okay.
So yes, Shandar is a very big disaster. It has Shahid Kapoor, it has Alia Bhatt, it has Queen's director, and it's the next film from Queen. That was a perfect risk for everybody. Yes, but I mean, devastating things do happen to all of us. But in the end, we can just go by the science of knowing what project to helm and be a part of. And if you trust your guts and instinct backed with science, then you go ahead with that.
Okay. So guts are definitely like, you trust trusting your gut is definitely a factor.
Conviction, bro. Conviction नहीं होती तो मैं तुम्हारे साथ बैठकर ये इंटरव्यू ना कर रहा होता. मतलब वो बचपन से conviction चल रहा है कि तू कुछ कर सकता है. मुझे नहीं पता क्या करेगा, जाके देख. वो वाला scene था.
I think that's a right mentality to have. But I mean, everyone talks about things like that, and you've had it since your childhood. That's just
But
awesome.
What about that science side of things? Like when you are making your own decisions, especially going forward, can you give me some factors that you take into account? Is this appealing to me? Is this actually funny? Is this, do I actually
so a lot
like
many
this
times
script?
when films happen to me, thank God earlier we used to go and audition. Now the scripts come and we take care of reading it and then pondering upon it. मैं काफी बार ये देखता हूँ कि वो सारे ना एक ही टाइपकास्ट वाले रोल आते हैं कि कॉमेडियन, हीरो का दोस्त, या फिर ऐसा कैरेक्टर जो कि शायद प्लॉट ट्विस्ट करके चला गया 3 सीन के अंदर. आई एम एक्चुअली लुकिंग एट, इवन दो आई एम अ वेजिटेरियन, आई एम लुकिंग एट अ लॉट ऑफ मीट ऑन दैट बोन इफ दैट फिल्म हैज, इफ दैट रोल हैज. एंड टिल द टाइम दैट डजंट कम इन, आई डोंट थिंक आई विल स्टेप इनटू फिल्म्स. Earlier I did try once and I was playing a parallel lead in a film. That film bombed and it never came out because the director really it up, and I'm happy he did. अगर वो अच्छी बन जाती तो मेरे को पता नहीं कहाँ से क्या होता, मतलब I don't know. So that was very confusing for me. So since then जब एक बारी दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक के पीते हैं ना, वो वाला सीन हो रहा है. The whole idea of reaching that goal in 10 years, like how we spoke that I'll be an actor, producer, writer, just like in the league of Sacha Baron Cohen, Seth Rogen, all these guys, Adam Sandler. The whole base is being set right now. The foundation is being laid, and as we speak, it's just getting stronger. And I hope that the conviction that I had as a child, which made me tumble but still like jump with energy in my talent, is still there from today, tomorrow, and it still lasts till 10 years. That is what I'm hoping for.
So goals is one thing, but your legacy is another. So what do you want to be remembered as, 20, 30 years from now? Have you thought of that?
You know what? What everybody wants to be remembered as is what they can never achieve.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
It's a basic rule of want. I want to be remembered as the sexiest bald guy India has ever seen. But I know that won't be the case, right? I will still be one of those funny on YouTube or probably on television, and then going ahead and making a career out of that. So I don't know what I want to be remembered as. I know for sure I want to be remembered as somebody who didn't do harm to anybody. I really believe that karma is a bitch, and it just doesn't bite in the ass. Sometimes it as well.
I agree.
Okay, but so just outside when we were eating our food, you had mentioned something about music. Do you want to bring that up? Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So I'm from Punjab. वहाँ eat उठाओ तो singer मिलता है. So we are supposed to work on a lot of tracks, and probably you guys will see a music video soon.
What's your role in it?
I will be the singer.
Wait, no, I sort of confirm. No doubts over there. Just never heard you sing.
Or maybe मतलब ऐसा वो background में ना एक दो झाड़ पकड़ के खड़ा रहेगा. I can be that also, if you guys are okay with that. So that is why I want to, like, as you know, internet is all about hit and trial, right? I just don't want to be one of those Punjabi boys who come out of the house and be like, Papa मैंने album कटनी है. बेटा कम कर, तू ना जमीन बेच दे, album निकल जाएगी. This is not the reproductory form of जमीन बेच के album निकालना. I really understand music because I was a radio jockey. I've been my mom has a master's in music. She sings really well, and it has been somewhere or the other passed on to me. Nobody knows of this. I've never done this publicly, but probably half of the singers that are out there, उनके आसपास तो होऊंगा ही मैं.
That's awesome.
So let's move on to like the final part of this episode.
Okay.
We're talking about the quickies, the Hustle Science quickies, and very interestingly,
ये term किसने दिया?
इतने confidence है ना, अरे bro, cookies कर दे.
मैं लेकर आया. इतना confidence.
Issue boy Ranveer.
Okay. We came up with it right now for the listeners.
Who came up with this right now?
This is okay. We didn't.
You guys are
just
calling it rapid fire, and I was thinking there'll be like a pompous Karan Johar sitting there, but that didn't happen.
Wow, no. So we're not.
But Karan Johar would be very happy with cookies also.
Okay.
What
this
is
a historic episode of Hustle Science. Hustle Science reaches anywhere.
What comes to your mind when I say party?
Holic.
Do you party a lot?
there are phases here and there. Sometimes I need a midweek Wednesday break. Sometimes I need a Thursday break. Sometimes Friday को किसी का birthday आ जाता है तो Saturday तो जाना ही होता है. So there is nothing left.
What does your party look like?
It's maddening, bro. So you
typical Saturday night getting drunk types.
No, you pre-drink.
Okay, and then you drink, and then you post.
And then you drink, and then you post-drink, and then a little bit of pre-post for the next day before breakfast.
And hangover dealing, more drinking.
Yeah, that's called the dog's hair. By the way, do you know that's actually a term called dog's hair? If you're hungover from Old Monk, you had a lot of it. The next day, all you need to do is have half a shot of it. Okay. Like literally, neat, gulp it down. Your hangover will be
Is
gone.
Is it scientifically proven or is it just your experience?
It is.
Wow.
Like you can, it's actually proven, and you can Google this shit. It really works. So
Okay.
most of our nights look like pre-drinking, then probably a club or a pub, and then somewhere or the other heading back home, and then while we were doing pre-drinking and chit-chatting, there was chill step playing, like chill lounge music, hota, like making conversation because you're cool and there are cooler girls out. You want to impress. Yeah. But when you come back from the club, it's Lakatai na pain ka bal liya hai. And the girls are just like, what did we just get ourselves into? So that's the stark difference of a cool Punjabi versus a drunk Punjabi.
How much do you end up drinking on like one party night? Like
count कौन करता है?
Yeah, नहीं होता है count.
Roughly, give us like a rough number.
No, नहीं, I can't count. Also, my capacity is really low. मेरी ज़रूरतें बहुत कम है क्योंकि मेरे ज़मीर में दम है. It's some film's dialogue, I don't know. So my capacity is not that big. Also because I started drinking very late. I started drinking at 23. मतलब मुझे 6-7 साल ही हो गए पीते. Not that I'm proud of it, but I think I'm making up for the lost time that I started late at. So yeah, that's what a normal night looks like.
Acha, okay. What's your favorite drink? What's your go-to thing?
My go-to drink is a JD Coke. When there's nothing else, there is JD Coke. But that is only now. We started with like DSP Black, Royal Stag's,
of course,
and we had a lot of proud moments with Blender's Pride.
You actually progressed, right? Blender's Pride is like reaching the peak of Indian whiskey.
Yeah,
and then you go to Teachers the next time. You go like,
Teachers is like EDM music in a club. No, we're having Teachers, bro. So हाँ, मतलब जब पैसे नहीं होते थे तो कुछ भी पी लेते थे. कई बार तो हमने वाइन शॉट्स भी किए हैं. I don't know why. कुछ नहीं, किसी ने वाइन का बॉटल गिफ्ट कर दिया है तो वाइन बड़ी अच्छा वाइन शॉट्स करते हैं. So you don't know what is coming and what is going. So that is probably my go-to drink.
Do you like cocktails?
Huh?
Cocktails?
No, yaar, not at all.
Do you have any favorites in cocktails? Nothing?
No. I think sometimes when I just want to not drink, I have a virgin mojito. Because the next day I don't drink before there is a shoot. I don't drink the night before there is a shoot because I really like to be, even if I can't sleep because I'm an insomniac in one way or the other because most of the workaholics are. Even if you can't sleep, I just keep it like that. It's okay. I can have a virgin mojito and then the next day I just go to work. That is what I do.
Yeah, cool. Lots of daru questions coming. What do you like? Do you like pot more or daru? Alcohol?
Alcohol because I don't smoke up.
Achha, okay. I don't know why I laughed, man. I'm sorry.
I'm just hoping your parents don't listen to the podcast.
But you guys really think I smoke up or what? Why did you laugh?
I don't
know. Just because I'm from Chandigarh, which is next to the mountains, and सारा माल चंडीगढ़ में उतरता है तो मतलब हर एक चंडीगढ़ का लड़का चारसे है. चारसे from New Jersey.
It's not just that. It's a lot more than that, right? It's about the jokes you crack. It's about the line that you are, and everything adds up somehow.
Yeah. No, so basically, I've been. So I hung out with a lot of potheads. So they were always getting stoned most of the times. Even in Bombay, I used to live with a couple of them. I live with two more. They are my parents. I mean, they behave like potheads. They don't smoke.
I'm thinking, ये तो hardcore scene है.
But so I knew about everything around how to. I don't know how to make a roach or roll one, but I know कि हाँ यहाँ का माल ठीक है, यहाँ का माल ठीक नहीं है, ये करना चाहिए, ये नहीं करना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए.
All the superficial things basically.
Yeah. I also know weed hits like a torpedo, like it comes from nowhere and it blasts, पता भी नहीं चलता है, and hash kind of sleeves you in. So इतना मेरे को पता है सारा.
Auntie, sorry, like I'm really sorry about this.
It's all Ranveer's fault. What comes to your mind when I say being Indian? The one thing that comes to your mind.
Sahil Khattar.
Okay, that's completely.
That's what comes to most people's minds.
Yeah, that is why. That is why.
Your favorite place in Bombay, and only Bombay, and then I'll ask
As in
you
like an area?
Oh no, maybe your favorite restaurant, your favorite bar, somewhere which when you want to hang out.
Feeling हो जाती है लोग वहाँ जाके. ऐसा कोई जगह?
Doesn't have to be a party place. It can be your favorite cafe.
Honestly, my favorite place in Bombay is every set that I go to work at. I am somewhere or the other. I don't know. It doesn't look like, but work is worship for me. मैं अपना घर छोड़कर आया था यहाँ काम करने लिए. I know this is very serious, but it's basically because a lot of us hardly get work. We come from outside and we want to make it big in this industry. I just get very happy. I get ecstatic. मैं अगर पूरी रात सोया भी नहीं हूँ ना या पिछले 12 घंटे कोई और शिफ्ट लगा रहा था और अगले 12 घंटे कुछ और कर रहा हूँ, I am still with that energy on the other set, and that is my favorite place to be, which is probably one of those sets.
Yeah, cool. Is there any favorite like place to be in Chandigarh, like a cafe where you'd always go to retreat?
Nick Baker's. I really like Nick Baker's. वहाँ के chocolate truffle बहुत कड़क था. It was one of those aphrodisiacs ना, मतलब वो मूड ठीक कर देती थी. Because पहले तो I never used to smoke or drink. तो वो चीजें आपका मूड ठीक करती होती थी. And there was this macaroni cheese palette that they used to serve. That was amazing. So vegetarian आदमी और क्या करे मतलब.
I'm going to check this place out the next time I go.
Please do.
Who's your favorite person to follow on Instagram?
There's nobody.
Seriously?
There's no favorite person.
So, okay.
Probably my favorite person would be the girl I'm crushing on.
Acha, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's fair.
Yeah,
you want to talk about those small things, na? That one story where she was like dangling the earrings. You're like, oh, and she's written, oh, the earrings are very pretty, and then you reply on the story saying, you know, it's not the earrings.
Nice game, huh? Now I can see why at the age of 18 you had that. Cool. Twitter,
I love following Ryan Seacrest. You know why? Because he has a secret to success. He works so hard every day. Like morning show, उसके बाद RCP Productions का जो उसका मीटिंग होता है, किम कार्दाशियन को कहाँ फॉलो करना है, कैसे फॉलो करना है, उसका बट कैसा दिखना चाहिए, काइली का लिप्स कैसा दिखना चाहिए, केंडल जेनर लक्कड़ जैसी लगती है, फट्टा जैसा एकदम फीलिंग है, तो मेरे को पता नहीं क्या है, बट रात को अमेरिकन आइडल का शूट. So I really think that he's really hardworking and So I really think he's hardworking, and that is why I like to follow him on Twitter. His Twitter posts are much more interesting. Also, he's very vanilla, but the best thing why I love him is because he tried to high-five a blind guy.
I remember this.
Imagine America's sweetheart who's become the world's sweetheart. From American Idol, a blind guy walks out and he's like, bro, you made it, high five. And the blind guy is like, haath ka hai.
And his family members were standing there. Yeah, I remember this.
So that is why I love.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
Jasreen.
Oh.
Just
no
rain the chorna.
Did you watch that Punjabi wedding breakdown?
I haven't. I want to watch a lot of this.
Like one is the funniest, 2 is awesome, 3 I've still to watch. You
For
should
me,
watch it.
The best is Jatinder.
Indian
the best
Tinder.
is Jatinder.
This right?
Yeah. Jatinder, the sketch, what he did, it was out of my head. Yeah. And there is this one sketch he did wherein he's talking about adopting brown kids. And one of the shots, he's just like clapping and walking from one frame to the other. It is so random funny. Like, you're not even high enough for this shit. It's that random funny. I love Jasrin. He's so weird and he's so funny. There's this one compilation of his videos wherein he's talking about the rains in Canada, wherever he lives. And he is abusing left, right, center. That is funny. This is snow, where the you? Shut the your eyes hole. And his abuses are also damn funny.
Do you know his like the people who act with him? Do you follow them? Babulicious.
Babu is one.
Rupan Bal.
Yeah. Rupan is
they're pretty good.
Yeah. Everybody's damn funny.
Okay, so the last question, and this is thoda serious. Who's the first person that comes to your mind when I say the word success? Successful, actually.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Why?
Because he made it on his own. I really believe in a big pair of balls, and he had one. We can all say, you know...
And you've met him. You've interviewed him as well.
Yeah.
So you would know...
Exactly. We can all say it very easily that, he just knew what to say and do the right things at the right times.
Yeah.
No, bro, you need education and wisdom and sharpness and intelligence to actually do those things in real life and execute them. You can just think of 50,000 scenarios in your head, but you don't know what life will put you up against. And that is what he did. He, being an outsider, made his way into the core of the industry, and he's the second richest actor in the world. Blowing his journey has been, and that is what I also think should be everybody's success mantra.
That's a country like India where,
dude, I mean,
imagine to Hollywood, which is worldwide.
Adam Sandler usse sasta aadmi hai, bro. Adam Sandler usse gareeb hai. The only guy who's amir than him is Jerry Seinfeld, and that's it. Because he did a sitcom, and I mean, it's played in like hundreds of countries, and he's getting licensing money. I wish Shah Rukh Khan did something like that, and licensing deals would have come. He would have been the richest guy. But that's not my perimeter or not my benchmark of being successful, but the first guy that comes into my head.
If someone offered you like a Bollywood movie with the lead role and all, like, is that something you want to do in the future? Like lead roles?
No, my idea of doing a film is not lead roles. My idea of doing a film is meat on the bones. And funnily enough, a lot of characters don't have meat on their bones. If we can say, chalo, hero ka dost ho gaya. Ranjana mein Zishan ne bhi kiya tha. Tanu Eds Manu mein Deepak Dobriyal was also Madhavan's friend, right? It's a great role to be. But when I know I will die a character actor's death, why start with one?
Okay.
That is my fight, and that is my plight, and that is my concern most of the times when I read a script. Okay, bro, at least start with a parallel lead. I know it's superficial, I know it's shallow, but you can't help but make balance out of what your core and inner intelligence self tells you, plus what others want from you, plus what actually works in the outside world. Today, if I do a character role, tomorrow I know for a fact मेरे को फिर से comedian के script आएंगे, मुझे फिर से ज़्यादा ये बोलेंगे negative lead करो.
Identity बन जाएगा.
हाँ, वो ही सारा चीज मेरे ऊपर थोपा जाएगा. मैं चाहता हूँ कि जो चीज मेरे पे थोपना चाहिए ना वो थोपो, which is starting from a parallel lead. And
I
that
think
is what I want to work
very
with.
brave of you. It's ambitious, but in the best way possible.
Could be. I tried and stuck a balance between it, because nobody will take a bald guy to be a hero of a film,
and
especially in India.
It will happen because you're sticking with it. It actually will.
I'm
happen.
hoping. I've given up on a lot of big opportunities.
I genuinely think like you'll be in Bollywood. Like that's what I genuinely believe.
I'm hoping. अब body बनाएंगे तो abs लेके जाएंगे.
No, for sure. Like I feel like you need a certain level of hustle as well as an attitude, and at least from our perspective as 24, 23-year-olds, it seems like you have like the perfect...
What? You're 23, 24?
What did you think?
33, 34. I figured.
Yeah, but it's... I mean, see, this is one of the earlier episodes.
Your channel's got beer biceps. I would never think you're not 33, 34.
नाम बदलना पड़ेगा क्या यार?
So this was one of the best episodes. Sahil Khattar, thank you so much, bro, for coming on the episode.
Thank you for being so nice. कोई हमें अपने क्लब में नहीं ले जाता, अपने पल्ले से कोई नहीं पिलाता, कोई लेता है तो कोई मुंह नहीं लगाता. तुमने लगाया, thank you.
If someone wants to follow you on any platform, could you like just help us with your handles?
Is Sahil Khattar. On Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube. You know, it's being Indian. Whenever you see this face with inverted hair growth, this egghead, please click on it and let me support a charity called Let's Earn Money and make a living in Bombay. So please subscribe, view, like and share all our videos.
Awesome. So that's the end of today's episode. Thanks for listening.
And we hope you've learned a lot and had fun. This was the most fun episode for us to do.
And I think it will be like for the coming few episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully. Actually, we should always keep aiming. Nahi, other episode will be better than this. But
the end का music इतनी देर से किया माइक नहीं बंद कर रहा है.
All right. Goodbye.
Hustle Science signing off. Make sure you catch Hustle Science on the IVM podcasting app and website or any kind of podcasting platform that you use to get your podcasts. Make sure you check it out. The episodes are going to be out every single Tuesday.
He bends down to test the warm water for his bath. He comes here to quench his thirst for a hot shower and some podcasts. You can witness how he enjoys having other people talk about cool stuff in his bathroom. Indeed, it helps him with his loneliness. You can find more of his species on ivmpodcast.com, your one-stop destination where you can check out the coolest Indian podcasts. Happy listening.